What up, YouTube? JMilionair here with a quick little review of the Beluga 2.0s that just dropped, I believe, November 25th, a couple days after Thanksgiving. This pair is actually copped from Yeezy Supply. Also dropped on Adidas and actually everywhere, because this is like the most produced number and yada yada yada, you should know. They just actually restocked today on Adidas and Yeezy Supply, supposedly from cancellation pairs. I don't know if that's from multiple orders or from bots, but I'm not really sure, but they dropped today again. So these are legit. I think it was like 80-something thousand, maybe 90,000. It's a lot of pairs, the most produced. They still flew out. A lot of people couldn't get back past the splash page. I, of course, got these from Yeezy Supply. Got my girl a pair, and they're on the way. But yeah, so let's get into a quick review. You should know, but I haven't actually seen a lot of videos of them in person because they are just rolling in the mail. So as you can tell, it's an all gray upper. On the box itself, it says gray, bow orange, and something orange. So basically, it's just gray and orange because this, I guess, here is orange. In person, it looks more of like salmon orange, kind of a reddish orange. It's hard to explain, but it's not the same color as the Belugas. It doesn't look anything. I don't know why they call Beluga 2.0s. Probably because of the gray, like caviar. I'm not sure. Anyways, so yeah, the only hints of color on this are the 350 spelled backwards and that orange, kind of reddish salmon, and of course on the pull tab it's same orange. Nothing on the shoe is any other hints of orange. A lot of people complain, wish they didn't have the color, but I think it pops and it's so subtle that it actually makes it, jump out just enough. Like I was saying earlier, the whole shoe is that dark gray and light gray prime knit. And of course the laces are just a solid gray. Of course the hang tag they have on all of them. And of course on the bottom it's just all kind of a gum gray. And it's a boost on the bottom. Insole on these is a gray insole with the same kind of orange reddish salmon color in Adidas and Yeezy, and of course the 3 gray tabs in the back. Ultimately a really simple shoe, but it's one that's going to be worn a lot, and if you really want a pair you should jump now, because on StockX or whatever, because it's pretty low. It's only going to go from now. It was lower because of the restock, but then of course not a lot of people still struck out on the restock, so the prices start going back up again. I brought a comparison for a couple things, those being my worn pair and this being my DS pair of zebras. I'll do a comparison and kind of on foot, because a lot of people are saying these size differently than in the other V2s, and that's not totally honest. I mean, it depends on the manufacturer of the shoe, because I heard depending on where you got it from, foot sites or whatever, it could be different, manufactured a little different. But I'm gonna put them on foot, and then I'll be able to show you what my opinions are, if they fit true to size, smaller, upper, whatever. So
as I was saying, these do run a little bit smaller. These are the first drop Yeezys, the first drop zebras. When they first released, rather, they're slightly different than the when they restock, but basically the same thing. And of course, these are my size 10. They're both size 10. The Beluga 2.0s do fit a lot snugger. But it's ultimately the same length. When I mean snugger, I mean they're like more narrow. My toe still ends here, and my toe still ends here. So the length is basically the same. They just feel a lot like, I guess you could say, narrow. But I'm pretty sure after a couple wears, just like the zebras, they'll start to, conform to your foot.
I did find out one little thing I kind of just figured out, or kind of seen. It might be the reason why it's so tight. So as you can see, the angle, like kind of angled down this way, it is a kind of a straight slope from the shoe. This being, of course, the Belugas. This being, let's do the restock, because they're made after the original release of the zebras. It's more the same slope. And then on the original zebras or other V2s, it's more of a hump and then a slope. So it's kind of puts a little bit more room in the toe versus just a slope, as you can see, if that makes any sense. Of course, like I said, it probably will stretch out over time. It'll probably bend the cages in here to fit better, but that's one of my theories on why it kind of fits snug for people, but it is what it is. Ultimately, Pretty cool shoe. I might actually double up on these since the price for these is the lowest it's ever been on any Yeezy. And if you're interested in getting one, like I keep saying, basically just cop now because it's only gonna go up from there, just like every other pair. But yeah, pretty dope pair. Adidas was the worst thing ever on the splash page. Couldn't even get by both times. Yeezy supplies, pretty much the only reason I cooked. And foot sites are a waste. So yeah, if you copped, which I'm hoping you did because a lot of people did, but not everybody, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about these. If you just bought to resell, if you bought multiple, or if you just hate the joints like a lot of people do. But yeah, comment. Peace.